just hours before. It's all about remaining calm. It's all about, just briefly going through through the game plan and just, calming my nerves and just staying calm, just telling myself, I'm going in there and winning it. Finish the job. Get in there, win it, finish the job. When I'm fighting in my own home ground, it actually gives me even more nerves because you just feel that pressure. Everybody's shouting your name, everybody's just looking at you. You have thousands of eyes looking at you.
29-year-old Ann Osman gears up for a fight in Kuala Lumpur. Her latest opponent, Egypt's top woman boxer. Not a fighter to be taken lightly. No one is in mixed martial arts, where one moment, one move, one blow can turn underdog into champion. Ann really began to catch people's eye when, as an inexperienced fighter, she defeated a world boxing champion.
Osman.
Professional mixed martial arts, or MMA, has struggled to attract women fighters in Asia. Fighting under the nickname Athena, Ann was the first Malaysian woman and first Asian Muslim on the circuit. She has injected a dose of glamour into MMA, becoming a poster girl for the sport, gracing magazine covers and featuring in advertising campaigns.
Come train with us here in Sabah, Malaysia.
Her outward appearance masks a steely determination and formidable self-belief that has made her one to watch in MMA.
Weeks before, I've already visualized, how does a mat feel? How does it feel walking out? How does it feel seeing her in the cage? How does it feel, looking at her right eye to eye?
What a roar from this crowd as Ann Osman was introduced to them.
On this night, in front of a packed house and international TV audience, Ann trades blows with her opponent before succeeding in getting her down on the mat.
Down for the takedown.
And with barely 2.5 minutes gone, she forces a submission. It's her third straight victory.
I think that's what kind of got me hooked in, all these fighting. It's not just adrenaline rush. Of course, it's also, that feeling of getting your hand raised and, being announced as the winner. It's the best feeling ever. It's just like you just conquered the world.
Intentionally or not, Ann is defying conventions in a country where the Muslim population has become increasingly conservative. Where once the headscarf was rare, it's now the norm. A medal-winning Muslim gymnast recently came under fire from conservatives here for competing in a leotard. And while the media have been quick to spotlight Ann's achievements, that spotlight has also brought out the critics.
All because of the name that I'm a female, I'm a Muslim, and I'm in a male-dominated sport. Some people say that, oh, she's just parading herself in front of men, she's fighting in front of men. I don't want to being brought down by all this negativity, because these negative peoples are just probably a minor group. You have more people who support you, and for me, as long as I have my teammates, my family, my sponsors, all, rallying behind me, that's all that matters.
The fact that Ann lives on Malaysian Borneo may buffer her from some of the worst criticism from conservatives.
Oh my God, so heavy. Ann's home state of Sabah isn't just separated from the rest of Malaysia by the South China Sea, it's also distinctly different culturally, and many would say in its outlook from the peninsula. Aside from Malays, Chinese and Indians, there are also large Filipino and Indonesian migrant communities here, as well as numerous indigenous groups.
We tend to look past the race issues or anything because we have so much mixed marriages. Even for myself, my dad's Javanese, my mom is Dusun Sabahan, and my mom's side of the family is actually very strong Catholic people.
Wait, ready?
Ann believes she's inherited vital characteristics from her mum's side.
Our ancestors are believed to be headhunters or warriors. They are people who defend their village from, being attacked. And in some ways, I believe that I inherit their warrior spirit, and which actually, gave me the courage, gave me the heart when I'm fighting. Every time when I fight, and it just gives me that high spirit to actually finish the fight and get that win.
It was Ann's mum who first unwittingly pointed her in her current direction by encouraging her to learn self-defense. Her family couldn't have imagined how seriously or how far she'd take it.
When she called me the first time to let me know that she was going to sign up for professional MMA, I said, well, go for it, but you need to break the news to the parents about it. And she was quite concerned and worried about that. One of the concerns was probably our dad, because he was quite conservative. And having her as a female fighter, that was kind of like a big worry for her. Turns out our mom was a lot more concerned than our dad.
I was very worried about, when I came to know about this MMA and what is it all about. But I told her, whatever you do your best. But at the same time, she must take care of herself, especially, as women, the face.
Ann's mum still can't stand to watch her fight live, even on TV.
All I can do is pray that she'll be safe. They tried to persuade me to watch the live show on the TV. Mommy, look at that, she's like that. I said, no, you tell me after she's done. And I keep on telling her, that will be your last fight, no more. But then the next fight come, well, I cannot say you don't do that with the fight anymore, but then I'll say I'll just pray for you as a mother. That's all we can do.
Unusually, Ann Osman came into MMA with zero martial arts or combat sport training.
Back like 4 years ago, so she came up to me and then she just wanted to hire me as a personal trainer, and she just want to get in shape, stay, want to do some fitness. And then from there, I introduced her some basic boxing, Muay Thai, just for fitness, And then, I found that she got talent, and then right away, do you want to fight? She answered yes, wow. My experience as a coach, I see people in training, they're very good, they have talent, and but once you ask them do you want to fight, they're scared, What's that?
Not Ann, who from the start was clearly out of the ordinary.
It's fighting, it's combat. You're gonna get hurt, you're gonna get your face bruises, scar, bleeding, and she's pretty, she's smart. Not many women at her like her will take this sport, not even just for training or fitness. That's why I see that, not just to get that talent, the physical talent, but the mentality.
With all the magazine covers and newspaper articles and other media coverage, Ann Osman has undoubtedly helped boost the popularity of mixed martial arts fighting in Malaysia, Asia, and beyond. But on top of that, she's also inspired many women to take up new challenges, like learning martial arts.
Even if few of them have been willing to follow her into the cage.
In Philippines, in Cambodia, in Singapore, whenever we travel for a fight or media tour, and then I see a girls came to her and just cry thanks Ann, and then you motivate me, and then you changed my life, We found a girl she was abused by the boyfriend, and then how she started to train, pick up MMA, and then build up her confidence, and then she feels stronger, she feels confident, and then stuff like that, very, very positive.
Those are among the things that I can do personally, is to share my experience and to share with them how do I deal with these negative comments, and what positive values can I take that help me to move forward. And that's what I am hoping to share with them. Not only to just sit there and be a role model, but actually talk to them and kind of share my experience with them.
As her next fight approaches, Ann's preparations ramp up in intensity. The new fitness business she has started has to take a back seat. She survives on a meager diet of a few hundred calories to try to shed kilos and ensure she makes her weight class, all while training twice a day. They call this mode fight camp.
Right, guys, right.
You're talking about weeks and weeks of, intense training, intense, strict diet and everything. there are days that I feel like giving up. There are days that I feel like I don't want to go to the gym, but just being able to conquer that and say, no, I'm gonna do this. I know I'm sore, I know I'm tired, but I'm still gonna go to the gym and I'm still going to train, I'm still going to prep for my fight, and I am going to win that fight. So every day is a small win for me, which leads up to the fight day. And that's when I actually learn more about myself as opposed during the fight day itself.
Are you ready?
Everything builds toward the next fight night. Ann's dangerous Russian opponent is a 5 times world wushu champion. Ann starts off strongly, taking her opponent down and taking the initiative, all according to plan. But her opponent gets back to her feet, and when Ann hesitates for a moment, the Russian catches her with a punch to the temple, sending Ann to the mat and ending her run of victories.
It was a huge swinging left hook.
Yeah, I had the best feeling ever. I had the best camp so far, and just going that fight, I was really confident, expecting nothing less but to win and just to be, knocked out like that. It's heartbreaking. It is.
A few hours later, having shaken off the cobwebs and dried the sweat and the tears, Ann could look back on her defeat.
I take it as a lesson. Mistakes are meant to be learned, and setbacks are meant to propel me forward.
She's still developing, and she's still building, develop her skill, but I believe because she got that core strength, which is attitude. Always pushing forward, never give up, That's the most important thing to be a fighter. This element gonna take her to be a champion.
This marks the beginning of a new Athena. I'm just looking forward to see how hard I'm gonna work after this, and how much more I'm gonna improve after this, and that's just something I myself am looking forward to.
And something her fans in Malaysia and across the world will look forward to as well. For Assignment Asia, I'm Rian Maelzer in Kuala Lumpur.